So, ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about Thor quite a bit on this channel, I think. We've talked about Thor to the point of nausea, too. We talked about Taika Waititi and how he wants to bring Thor back again so he can cuck Thor again in his new movie that he has in his mind. But the reason why we're talking about Thor again is because there's an article here from InsideTheMagic.com that says that Chris Hemsworth reportedly abandons Marvel and heads to billion-dollar Nintendo franchise. Now, Chris Hemsworth has been outgoing and out forwarding about his hatred or dislike towards what happened to Thor in the MCU. He has said many times that Thor was basically treated like a joke towards the middle and end of the MCU, and he was not a fan of it. In the beginning, he was like, okay, this is funny, ha ha ha, and then eventually it just became the butt of the joke every single time to the point where he got basically annoyed with it. But apparently, he is going to be abandoning the Marvel MCU, and he's going to be going to Nintendo for a billion-dollar franchise. What that franchise is, I'm not sure. I haven't read this article yet, so let's get into this. But of course, guys, before we do, just consider leaving this video, subscribe. I'm shadow banned as hell, and like the video to push us out into the YouTube algorithm. So it says Chris Hemsworth is one of the few remaining original Marvel Cinematic Universe players, but it seems that even Thor is ready for new things. The Australian actor has been playing the Norse god of thunder since 2011 and has gone from performing a comparatively wooden, faux Shakespearean character to one of the most beloved, goofiest MCU heroes, epitomized by Thor Ragnarok in 2017. Well, they definitely got the goofiest right, that's for sure. Giant Freaking Robot has reported that Chris Hemsworth has been cast in an upcoming animated adaptation of Nintendo's long-running and beloved Star Fox video game series. Naturally, Hemsworth will be voicing the lead character of Fox McCloud, the anthropomorphic Fox leader of the Star Fox team. If that's the case, if he's voicing Star Fox, that's pretty epic. I wonder how he'll do as Star Fox. It says for decades, Nintendo has been hesitant to license its iconic video game properties for film adaptations, reportedly spooked by the legendarily awful Super Mario Bros. From 1993, which starred Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo and bombed hard at the box office. However, Nintendo finally gave in and worked with Illumination to produce a Super Mario Bros. Movie, which was a critical smash and grossed well over $1 billion worldwide. Now that Nintendo has seen proof positive that there is an audience out there for films based on its games, it's not surprising that it's ready to adapt other franchises. Now, I did speak about this with Super Mario Brothers when that movie came out. It was huge, right? Like it killed the narrative for a lot of people, saying that, oh, you know, these animated movies and stuff from Disney were failing because people were scared to go to the movie theaters. It's post-pandemic. Nobody wants to go and risk their lives to go see this movie. And then you have Super Mario Brothers come out and completely dominate everything. Like it's not even, it wasn't even close, the numbers between Super Mario Brothers and anything Disney came out with prior over the last couple of years after the post-pandemic nonsense. So it was what I like to call a narrative killer. You know, you have those movies that come out every now and then that are narrative killers, and they prove that everything that these woke idiots try to say about their movies and why they failed is completely BS and nonsense, and none of it's true. All you did was make a bad movie, and you came up with every excuse in the book about why that movie was bad, instead of just admitting for the real reason why that movie was bad in the first place. So it says, like Super Mario and Donkey Kong, Star Fox games are the brainchild of legendary video game creator Shigeru Miyamoto, along with contributions from Katsuya Uguchi, Takaya Inamura, and Hajime Hirasawa. The rail shooter game puts players into the POV of Fox McCloud and the Star Fox team as they defend their home planet from a variety of alien invaders, but most often the simian mad scientist Andros. I think Star Fox would be a great movie. I don't know if it's going to do as good necessarily in the United States of America like Super Mario Brothers did. I think it'll do good, just not as good. You know what I mean? Like Super Mario obviously is a much stronger name overall. Like it carries a lot more clout than, say, Star Fox. But Star Fox would probably be huge in China, in Japan, like places like that. But in the United States, I think Super Mario Brothers would definitely be the bigger IP overall. So it says, since the first Super Nintendo game in 1993, Star Fox has received numerous sequels, spin-offs, and multimedia appearances. Notably, Fox McCloud and his team of Pepe Hare, Slippy Toad, and Falco Lombardi have appeared in the Super Smash Bros. Series of games, as well as a short anime video produced by Shigeru Miyamoto. However, the upcoming Illumination project will be the first full-length film to feature the characters, so it's anyone's guess exactly how the studio, monitored closely by Nintendo of course, will adapt the expansive lore of the franchise. Well, listen, I think you should give them the benefit of the doubt. Illumination has definitely proven with Super Mario Brothers that they're going to do as best as they possibly can with the lore and the previous IPs and whatnot. They're going to do everything they can to make sure that it's as good as a Super Mario Brothers movie. I just think the only thing holding this movie back is going to be its namesake not being as big as Super Mario Brothers. So time is going to tell whether or not this movie is going to do well, but I do think it's going to do well enough that they're going to keep making movies from their little, cinematic universe. I hope though that they don't tie them together. That's the only thing. Like I don't necessarily want them tied together. Just give me separate movies based in those worlds, and I think anybody's going to be happy with that. But if you try to do an MCU version of Nintendo's lore, I think you're going to lose a lot of people and it's going to start getting really muddied. So just keep them separate and make really, really solid animated films, and that's all you're ever going to need to make a ton of money. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.